Hey guys, it's Wayne from Sling Pilot Academy here. I'm super excited to tell you about what's going on in the industry right now.
Things are moving in the right direction.
$20,000 sign-on bonus.
Yeah, it's just a great time to be a pilot, basically.
So yeah, enjoy the video. We were at Oshkosh about 2 months ago, and we probably should have recorded this a little sooner. But in saying that, we've had a lot of instructors hired even just in the last 2 months. The regionals are hiring again. We noticed there are signing bonuses again. So at Oshkosh, there were $10,000 signing bonuses, or a little more in some cases. Now they're up to about $20,000.
Yeah.
That's just happened since Oshkosh. So, you know, the industry is really getting energized again. The regionals know that when international picks up, that people are going to get sucked up from the regionals into the bigger carriers. The shortage that we did have pre-pandemic is going to be even worse now. So there's been so many early retirements, up to 2,000 early retirements in each of the majors. Not only do all of those guys have to be replaced, but other markets are continuing to expand. So some of the carriers in India, for example, have ordered, you know, many hundreds of new aircraft. So, you know, all of the same factors that we had pre-pandemic, we're going to have post-pandemic. So it's a really exciting time. There's never been a better time to be a commercial pilot. And the shortage still only peaks in 8 to 10 years. So, you know, exciting times. The regionals aren't the only option. So like Travis, one of our really good students and instructors he went through our full 9-month course and got 800 plus hours of experience, and I think he did it in just a little over a year, didn't he, Matthew?
Yeah, it was a very short amount of
It was
time.
phenomenal. Don't everyone expect to be that quick. He's the current record holder. But yeah, I mean, he's chosen to go to a 135 operation and just get the regionals all together and go straight to the majors. We love when our guys get hired and get great jobs. We've got plenty more instructors coming through. We started losing instructors just before Oshkosh, actually. And how many are we up to now? We've lost maybe 9?
Yeah, I think so.
9 or 10, something like that. So in this video here, we're going to we're going to interview some of those instructors. We're going to let you know where some of them went off to. And this isn't even all of them. This is just the people who agreed to be in our video.
Hi, my name is Mark Cole. I've got a conditional job offer at SkyWest Airlines to fly the CRJ, Canada Regional Jet. Speaking big picture about the airline industry right now, all my peers, coworkers, and friends that I either work with here at Sling Pilot Academy or just know through word of mouth, everyone that's had an airline interview, they've been prepared and they've been given a job offer at the airline. So that's a good sign. People are getting hired, things are moving in the right direction. I don't know how I feel about my new job. I'm excited to start. It's still a few months out at this point, but I'm just working as a flight instructor until the time when I start training with SkyWest. But yeah, all in all things considered, I'm really excited about moving on to a new airframe and broadening and deepening my own knowledge of aviation. So yeah, the reason I wanted to work for SkyWest is I'm born and raised in Redondo Beach, Los Angeles area. I knew that if I was hired with SkyWest, there'd be a good possibility that I was going to be able to remain in Los Angeles or at least somewhere on the West Coast in a city that would match my lifestyle. And not to mention, SkyWest is the biggest regional carrier in the country. They have contracts with a bunch of different mainline carriers. So I knew that that business model would be stable, they're successful, and they're a well-run operation. So I was happy to join a team that would kind of stand behind their employees like that.
Brandy moved back to Alaska after getting her ratings and instructing at Sling. She worked for a cargo company, but now works for Flight Denali Inc. and does tour flights that land on glaciers in the Cessna 185 Skywagon. Will went through the academy and was a very busy instructor here until getting hired with Endeavor Airlines. Catherine is Sling's chief flight instructor. She's also now a DPE and works for Aero, flying the Embraer 145.
Stuart Craig. So I got offered a job with SkyWest Airlines, and I will be going to Denver to their training facility out there. So I signed up to fly the E175, so I'll be flying the Embraer regional jet. I'm looking forward to flying a passenger jet, you know, being able to have a turbine engine and not a piston engine, so you know, it's exciting. So SkyWest doesn't or didn't currently when I applied for the job offer like a sign-on bonus. However, I still chose to go with SkyWest because of the reputation that they have as a company. I think it's more important to me to be taken care of as opposed to just have money thrown at me. I think now is a good time to fly. I mean, it has its ups and downs. With timing, now is a good time to try and get into the industry and to pursue a job in aviation. I'm really excited. I guess with my limited view and just like the small general aviation aircraft and experience that I have there, just being part 121 and going into the airlines is going to be, it's new and I'm looking forward to it.
Anastasia got her multi-rating and was a longtime instructor at Sling Pilot Academy before getting hired at SkyWest. After getting his ratings and instructing at Sling Pilot Academy, Victor was hired to fly the Eclipse jet at Elite Flight Travel. Tex was an instructor and got his ratings at Sling Pilot Academy. He now flies the Embraer 145 for Aero.
Hi, Travis Bernard. I got hired at Advanced Airlines based out of Hawthorne Airport. I will be a second officer on a PC-12, which is a turboprop. So I was able to get hired with relatively low hours, so I think that's a good sign for kind of everybody that's, you know, looking for jobs. It seems like the smaller guys need pilots because the bigger guys are starting to hire people again. So it seems like, you know, good time to start looking for people. Super excited. Daunting to some extent. Training that's coming and everything is big, but super excited to go fly something new and experience new flying and keep moving on in the career. So basically, super close to my house is one big thing. They're based right next to my house. They've got bigger planes and faster jet planes and all that kind of stuff that I can move up into, so that's good. So I'll be a first officer, and then basically everybody's getting hired to be a captain within 6 to 7 months. So looking forward to that. And I went the 135 route instead of waiting for the 1,500 hours because I think ultimately I'll end up getting to the airlines quicker as a result of this. So that's where I'm at.
After getting her commercial rating at Sling, Jaden got hired by Clemens Aviation to fly the Beechjet 400A at just 18 years old. After training at Sling, Stan built his time instructing and doing aerial survey in the Midwest. He is now second in command of a Citation XL at Silverhawk Aviation.
My name is Scott Papera. I'm a flight instructor here at Sling Pilot Academy. I've chosen the Embraer 175. I'll be flying for SkyWest, so I'll start my training. ATP is in January, and I start class February 1st. I did get an offer bonus, but ultimately I picked SkyWest. SkyWest isn't currently offering bonuses, but they have the bases that I want. They have the plane that I want to fly, and I'm a career changer, so I wanted to pick an airline that I knew would be around for the long haul in case for the next 15 years I'm flying for one airline. SkyWest would be the one that I really want to fly for, and that's why I chose them. I'm really excited about my new job. I know that the training is going to be really, really hard. That's the drinking from the fire hose. The training I've done here at Sling Pilot Academy has really cut me on a good path to hit this training hard and know how to just hit the books and study hard. So I'm excited about that. It's a daunting task, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. The state of the industry is really interesting right now. A lot of people were scared off by the COVID pandemic and didn't want to fly, and were afraid that the industry was just going to tank totally. But I was one of the ones that just hit the books and just kept going. I think that there's always going to be ups and downs in the industry, and sometimes when there's a downturn, you just got to hit it harder and be ready for when the job opens back up. You're there, you're qualified, and you're ready to go, and that's what happened to me. I had 1,200 hours when I applied for SkyWest, and immediately wanted me on their team when I got my hours. So it was the right choice just to keep going, even though things looked dicey for a little while. I guess the best piece of advice I have for anybody who's looking to start their aviation career is just to do it. It was maybe a little daunting for me to go from a career that I worked at for almost 30 years, really successful at it, and just totally pivot and chase this dream that I've had since I was literally probably 5 or 6 years old. I only wanted to be an airline pilot. And it was daunting, but I had the support of my family, and I found a great flight school here at Sling Pilot Academy. It's really good people. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or 55, you'll do really well in this business.
Hi, my name is Leslie Fan. Some of the people I spoke to there were like Bridger Aerospace. There was Mesa for Republic, there for regional airlines, as well as United Aviate and programs that get you all the way through to the larger airlines. There were many offers starting from low-time pilots from 250 to 500 hours with cargo, or even with the aerospace companies, even 900 or corporate airlines, and even some cadet programs where you could sign on with them as a CFI and work your way up to 1,500 hours to eventually get hired by their airline. While we were there, PSA and Piedmont and Envoy had been offering their $15,000 sign-on bonus, and since then even Mesa has offered a $20,000 sign-on bonus. So they're definitely starting to one-up each other. The demand is only getting stronger and stronger as time goes on. More pilots retire, and the airline industry is definitely coming back post-COVID right now. So the jobs are out there. You got to be ready with all your training done.
Hi guys, my name's Alex. I'm a flight instructor here at Sling Pilot Academy. I got the opportunity to go to Oshkosh this year through Sling, which is really awesome. And my experience there in terms of like talking to recruiters at the airlines was generally pretty positive. To give you a few names, SkyWest was there, Mesa, Envoy, PSA, Ameriflight was there as well. Those were just some names that kind of stood out to me, but there were even more as well. Yeah, so a few that I really liked was SkyWest due to like just the amount of bases that they have. It seems like their company culture is really good, and they actually have a cadet program that a lot of us here at Sling have actually been joining. I'm kind of interested in the cargo route as well. So one that stood out was like air cargo carriers, Ameriflight, and they both had flow-through programs with some of the major airlines that you know, for example, UPS or ABX, which is another cargo carrier. I think it's really positive. I mean, I have like a mentor, for example, at SkyWest, and just anyone I talk to who's an airline pilot right now, they're all saying like, hey, this is the best time for you to become a pilot. It really is. Like, you know, there's a lot of people retiring, and the regionals especially are going to need a lot of pilots. And yeah, it's just a great time to be a pilot, basically.
Hi, I'm Tiara Lark, and I work for Sling Pilot Academy. Attended Oshkosh 2021. It's really cool to talk to all of the airlines next to us, Air Wisconsin, United, countless charter 135 operations, all now recruiting and offering hiring bonuses again. It was really exciting to see since our industry took a dip recently. One deal that really got my attention was with United and their new program that they're doing, where you only have to work for them at the regional for 2 years, and you have a guaranteed seat as a first officer. My general takeaway of the industry right now is that we are in full recovery. We have had our senior CFIs taken from the airlines, which is a great thing for them. It's really exciting, always sad to see them go. But we've had about 7 hired in the past 2 months. In August, we also had our biggest enrollment as well. People know that the industry is coming back, and we are so excited for that.